that sometimes people need to fight it out.
Remy's 6-year prison sentence kept everything in order until their beautiful wedding to Papoose. But all of a sudden, their love story seemed to be unraveling, leaving everyone stunned and hopeless. Despite everything, they seemed to have an unshakable connection. But recently, things have started to go wrong. Fans have been able to witness Papoose's anger and his inability to keep quiet for years because of legal troubles and leaked tapes that have rocked the hip-hop scene. While Remy was serving an 8-year prison sentence in 2008, Papoose made an appearance in a place where most partnerships would have ended if they had been well-known or rich. He was her best ally, supporting her and giving her hope when she needed it, and he was more than just a friend. He made the lengthy trip to see her every day and supported her, demonstrating that his love was more than just words. Let's examine how the couple whom everyone wanted to see ended up in this terrible situation. As a testament to the fact that love endures even in the most trying circumstances, partnership came to represent strength and true love. Most people imagine being engaged on a beach or at a fancy restaurant when they think about what life would be like after prison, but even without a beautiful setting, Papa's proposal to Remy while he was incarcerated was an unforgettable moment that fans will never forget. Only 2 years had gone by when Remy published Papoose's Beauty in 2014, following years of adversity and anticipation for everyone who. For many who have followed her and Papoose's journey, the story finally appeared to be moving in the right direction with their stunning 2016 wedding. It was more than just a wedding, it was a triumph of their tenacity, and the sincerity of their connection is demonstrated by the fact that his love was proposed in such a humiliating circumstance. After Remy's release, her career took off, and Papoose revealed that he evidently didn't let her success worry him. Rather, he welcomed it wholeheartedly, calling her queen and rejoicing in each victory as though it were. When Remy and Papoose were spotted together at an Eagles game, many started to infer their connection from their body language, especially when they discussed dinner dates and other private gatherings. This only made matters worse, and there were rumors of a video when the tipping point arrived. Initially, this implied that true love is about supporting one another, but now, battle rapper Black Captain, who has ties to both Remy and Papoose, is muttering charges of treachery. Papoose's picture of Remy and the Black Captain Rem's 23 event, which was supposed to be a celebration of battle rap, quickly turned into complete chaos, shocking everyone in attendance. Some visitors said that Papoose struck them, and witnesses indicated that he assaulted them immediately without saying anything. Physical contact followed shortly after, and the situation that developed was even more shocking than the rumors when it was discovered that other people had been put unconscious. The ramifications had already been felt by fans who had always thought Pepo was composed under pressure. It was obvious that months of rumors and whispers of betrayal had worn him down, and no one had expected to see this side of him. This specific incident was the last straw for fans, who were glued to every update as social media exploded with first-person accounts and video of the altercation. Remy was clearly upset during this moment and was attempting to console Papoose while handling the fallout. According to reports, the Memo's Chrome 23 event was intended to honor combat rap, but things quickly spiraled out of control. The night that was supposed to introduce her Chrome 23 brand turned into a full-fledged controversy, leaving everyone wondering what would happen to them. It seems to have struck the chord of love and loyalty when you told the world's greatest woman that he had imprisoned you for years. Anarchy. Despite security's hurried efforts to defuse the situation, some guests said that Papoose attacked without hesitation after discovering that the Black Captain was having a private conversation backstage. The blows were so clean that fans, who had always known Papoose to be quiet and calm, had seen this side of him months before this one episode sent him over the edge. The evening, which was supposed to serve as a showcase for Remy's Chrome 23 brand, had turned into a full-fledged controversy, and everyone was talking about and analyzing every aspect of it. Everyone was curious about what would happen to the couple, who were formerly thought to be the epitome of devotion and love, and Remy was obviously angry about this. While handling the aftermath in real time, He tried to calm Papoose down, but it was too late. Descriptions of the struggle kept supporters eagerly awaiting each new development, even as rumors and accusations of betrayal. Social media erupted as timelines were filling with film and eyewitness testimonies. The evening, which was supposed to serve as a showcase for Remy's Chrome 23 brand, had turned into a full-fledged controversy, and everyone was talking about and analyzing every aspect of it. Everyone was curious about what would happen to the couple, who were formerly thought to be the epitome of devotion and love, and Remy was obviously angry about this. While handling the aftermath in real time, he tried to calm Papoose down, but it was too late. Descriptions of the struggle kept supporters eagerly awaiting each new development, even as rumors and accusations of betrayal had clearly taken their toll. Fans accused Remy of abandoning Papoose, who had supported her throughout her worst moments during and after her imprisonment. For many others, however, Remy's silence only made matters worse. Others believed she didn't want to add to the scandal by confirming or denying anything, while others said her silence spoke louder than words. However, by keeping onlookers guessing and waiting for an unforeseen incident, her silence only served to heighten the tension. Don't let anyone fool you. Although the love tale that once inspired so many people is still debatable, Hitman's bombshell revealed during the argument with Hala clarified it that Papoose had been aware of the occurrence for 2 years prior to it being made public. Some believe there might be more to the story, while others back him and commend his dedication. Hitman's acknowledgement that he was aware of this further polarized the fan base and only helped to heighten the chaos and cause further worries. The block captain, who wasn't pleased with the rumors going unchecked, stood out to ensure that things didn't get out of hand. Even if his comments simply made people more angry, the news shocked fans and added a whole new level of drama to the situation. To swiftly sever his relationship with Ray, he posted his version of events on Twitter, refuting the rumors. The connection felt just as murky as it had previously, with no clear answers and strong feelings. Although he did not particularly target anyone, his tweet clarified it that he would not tolerate attempts to harm his reputation. Fans couldn't stop talking about the one tweet that said, "When you're real, you are." Other tweets seemed to hint at behind-the-scenes activities, but no one responded, so the rest of the tweets stayed silent and gave away information in a way that left everyone wondering what Remy was actually trying to say. Even though he didn't discuss much of what transpired at Chrome 23 or his relationship with Remy, his enigmatic tweets kept followers wondering and speculating since they revealed that there was more to the story than most people knew. Although others applauded him for avoiding the accusations, his life took an odd turn when people started to wonder why he hadn't stepped forward and rectified the record. People became easily used to Though it's difficult to determine if he profited from the extra attention, he unexpectedly found himself at the center of one of the largest hip-hop scandals. Despite all of Remy's self-defense tweets, the pictures of Papoose confronting him and the continuous accusations of infidelity remained, and most of his fans had already formed opinions about what had happened after seeing it. Music firsthand for almost 10 years, especially with regard to Remy's incarceration. Papa and My Friend exemplified commitment with their. Fans are left wondering whether Remy and Papa would make it through the confrontation at Chrome 23 and the disclosure of the infidelity allegations after all the commotion. They have faced hardships in the past that would have ended the lives of most coups, but this poses an entirely different challenge, especially for Papoose, who has made a name for himself as the embodiment of loyalty. Instead of just saying he loves Remy, he shows it. Following their passionate 2016 wedding and the birth of their child, they seem to be the ultimate power couple in hip-hop. Fans are upset for Papoose because they believe that their favorite devotion has been violated and that Remy's life is in danger because of all that has been going on for over a decade. Remy and Papa's relationship was a role model for royalty through thick and thin, especially after Remy was imprisoned after their sad 2016 wedding and the birth of their baby. Now that the tragic story is over, however, betrayal is a whole other story. The celebrity community formerly viewed Remy and Papoose's relationship as the pinnacle of love and devotion since it was founded on respect for one another. Given the challenges they have already faced, which could have destroyed the majority of their relationships, Papoose, who made a name for himself in the hip-hop business as the embodiment of faithfulness, finds this betrayal particularly tough. They are angry with Papoose because they believe that Remy's legacy is in the Jeep party and that their cherished loyalty has been jeopardized. Papoose, who stood by Remy during her incarceration, had always been vocal about their unwavering support for one another and their common future aspirations. Supporters and lovers throughout the world were moved by their story of overcoming adversity, but the once unbreakable bond was about to be put to the ultimate test. Ray, on the other hand, treasured his faithfulness and often called him her rock during the challenging times that marked much of her career. The shocking video, which appeared to have been secretly. Millions of people watched the video revealing Remy's relationship with Papoose, leaving comments and speculating about what might be in it. Fans were divided as soon as the video went up. Some quickly defended her, claiming that the video had been altered or taken out of context, while others quickly denounced her actions. Even while the recording specifics were first unknown, it soon became clear that the video was divisive and raised serious questions about Remy. The public's reaction to the scandal that was upending Papoose's carefully planned existence was swift and forceful. Papoose had always enjoyed being a loyal and protective husband. Rumors that the video was only the beginning and that other, potentially even more damaging, tapes were about to be published for Papoose and celebrity news quickly heightened the media fervor. Users on social media began closely examining each frame of the video to find clues about what had happened. In a matter of hours, everything had changed. Suddenly, the world was exposed to the previously popular couple's private life, and they became the object of ridicule. The tabloids, who had previously glorified their love story but now questioned it, detested it throughout the chaos. Some media outlets began reporting on their alleged infidelity, claiming that the flavor indicated they were having an affair. The timing couldn't have been worse. He had recently finished a significant project, and the two had been making progress in both their personal and professional lives. Hearing that, Papoose's rage was unavoidable because he knew that this moment would decide not only his career, but also his legacy as a man. He could not allow the scandal to continue. Papa's first public reaction was a brief but powerful Instagram post that said, "The truth will come to light. I will not be silent in the face of lies and betrayal." Papa appeared obviously shaken in interviews, his rage hardly restrained as he talked about the situation. Remy's response was far less direct. At first, she denied the claims, claiming that the audio had been manipulated and the photos were false. But as the days passed and the media continued to interrogate him, he became increasingly irritated. His protection, which he had always given Remy, seems to have been taken away. He wondered how he could possibly support her if she had abused his confidence in such a shocking and obvious manner. She was convinced to remain silent by her publicist in the hopes that the scandal would eventually end. But the harm was already done. The media had already twisted their story, and the public was growing more and more split by the second. The repercussions of the leaked tape were immediate, and in addition to the reactions of fans, the CP's friends, colleagues, and even family members began to voice their concerns. Remy and Papoose openly addressed the matter after years of building her career and reputation, stating that he should reevaluate his marriage since he deserved better than someone who would insult him in this manner. While close friends urged him to take action about the betrayed lady they had supported for so long, others supported Remy, claiming she was the victim of a terrible attack intended to destroy everything she had battled for. They even brought up the prospect of divorce. Every comment and interview only made matters worse as the public persisted in demanding answers, turning Remy's private life into a spectacle and a contentious issue in every home office and on social media sites worldwide. As the weeks passed, Papoose and Remy remained silent regarding their future to get through this difficult time. They looked to the people who had always supported her for solace because they were unable to shield her from the awful reality of the situation. They seemed to inwardly turn. Hal was clearly upset, and Ray, who had always enjoyed her power, was clearly afraid of how the scramble would affect her marriage. For the first time in years, she felt that discussions regarding the next steps were taking place behind closed doors. Could Remy and Papa end up splitting up? Could they repair the trust that had been harmed by the leaf tape? Or did this mark the end of their romance? Fans wanted a happy conclusion, but she was exposed and vulnerable in ways that. As the investigation progressed, the person who performed the leap could not be identified. But the truth was still unclear since Papoose had never really recovered from this public betrayal, and it took him some time to fully understand everything. During the crisis, new theories about the origins of the tape began to surface. Some said it was leaked by a disgruntled former associate, while others blamed Remy's close friends and family. Papoose was determined to face the issue head-on and refused to let anyone dictate how things should proceed or let the scandal define him. The world had abandoned Rye, and many who had formerly praised her were now questioning the moral character that had served as the foundation for her career. Rye's relationship was at a turning point. Even though he could no longer appear as though nothing was wrong or deny that her acts had caused him great pain, he was determined to find a solution, whether it meant repairing their marriage or abandoning his relationship with his wife. Courage and fortitude, but more than ever, she had to confront her shortcomings. Would she be able to move over this betrayal and start over with Papoose, or was their marriage destined to become just another victim of the well-known rumor mill? The leaper tape had destroyed everything that Fury and Papoose had painstakingly created, and it had also stoked the fire between them. Remy and Ease apparently got into a heated argument over the most recent episode of Asteris. In case you missed it, the drama continued after that. The world watched as their personal lives developed, hoping that the scandal that had drastically changed their lives would somehow heal the wounds. The initial issue with EP Asteris was affliction, but it wasn't the only one. Because Room and Papoose have been discussing their affection for one another frequently and sharing their opinions with anyone who would listen, tensions are rising. Occur simultaneously. It had been developing for several months. A heated dispute about Remy's allegiance ended in each and every